Hey folks, Scott here with Moto Exotica. It's been a while, thought we'd catch up with you with a new year coming. Show you some of our latest inventory. Got all kinds of gems, like this 63 Lincoln convertible, fully restored, got new top, new leather interior, and some really bitchin' rims on it. Car's sitting on airbags all around, so it will raise and lower. And we got these really styling full size, they're like 24s, really set the car off. Now you can't drive it on the ground like that, you gotta raise it up obviously, but it's styling and very entourage. It is the last four-door convertible made in America until the Jeep. So there's Jeep Wrangler, he's got four-door, which isn't convertible, so a lot of people forget about that, but other than this car, most other convertibles were two doors. And this one is very unique with its suicide door.
This here is a 1967 Amphicar 770. I picked this up in Branson, where it was used for a short while for giving tours on Lake Taneycomo. It definitely floats, it doesn't take on any water, it's working great. Its propellers around the back under here. So just by flipping this switch here, you go from a car to a boat, and switching it back from a boat to a car.
Now I want to talk about this fully restored 1925 Model T Coupe, one of Henry Ford's favorites, and one of the favorites for hot rodders. So you would always see a T bucket. So what they would do is they would chop all this off, right? And then you have a nice open car. They're very tiny inside. So to find a fully restored, all original Model T is a rarity in itself these days. When the Model Ts first came out, they did not have an electric start engine. Everybody had a crank start these cars, right? So you would fully engage it, press it in, and you'd have to crank the car to get it started. You had to be on the right stroke of the car. If you try to engage it at the wrong stroke, it would kick back and break your wrist. And hence, this one has been retrofitted with an electric start, thereby making it a lot easier to start the car and go.
What we got here is a 1990 Ferrari 348 Challenge Series race car. We got it directly from the second owner who bought it and then had it paid to have it converted to a race car from an original 348. So this one's definitely sought after as it is a manual transmission. You know, Ferraris these days are not manual, they're all automatic. People definitely love their manuals, and this one is still intact. It's great.
Now I'd like to talk about this righteous 1963 Corvette Stingray convertible. Most of the Corvettes, most people may or may not know, were made right here in St. Louis, Missouri, this being one of them. This car was with the previous owners since the mid-90s. It was a recipient of a full frame-off restoration. Then it went through the task of NCRS judging, and where it garnered a top flight award. The car has been done some time ago, but it still presents itself very well. Under the hood is the original 327 four-barrel, and you can see this car was restored a number of years ago. It's kind of been a garage queen, so hasn't had a whole lot of miles put on it since, but paint is silver blue, beautiful color with a nice black vinyl interior. 4-speed, of course. If you want classic Corvette styling with all the looks and the amenities of a sports car, which are pretty minimal, this is the one to get.
Moto Exotica is definitely a family business. You know, I've been going to auctions with my dad since I was a kid, and you know, just a few months ago we went to Dallas, Texas with my 92-year-old grandfather, his dad, and we picked up this Packard here.
We were on our way to the airport, and Dad's telling me that there's this Packard that he wanted to bid on. I said, I didn't even look at it. He said, well, I did, I won it. And so made a phone call. They called when the car came up. We were actually in the terminal waiting to get on the plane to come home. And well, he ended up with it.